Audience and guests, as Chairman of Association of Entrepreneurs, I, Shishir, welcome you all to today's AOE meet. AOE was formed by like-minded entrepreneurs with the primary purpose to have an association of like-minded firms and individuals with common aim of development of our personal knowledge and of our business through pooling of resources available with each of us, enlarge fellow member base to be able to have a large resource pool, create sufficient opportunities to interact with fellow members in order to develop trust and relationship, help fellow members through sharing of knowledge and experience in order to help them expand their horizons. Registered as a non-profit society, has been meeting every month on third Saturdays since 2012 and have been privy to hearing some really great speakers at this wonderful forum, learning from valuable experience from their journeys, as also learning from the wonderful group of our fellow AOE members. Today is the 98th AOE meet in its current form. We're getting very close to century. Entrepreneurship is a lonely journey. All entrepreneurs know this, and AOE understands this fully, and therefore provides a great platform for valuable learning from guest speakers, interaction and learning from some very good fellow entrepreneurs and good human beings, and a possibility of building relationship with some great people from varied fields, which probably we would not have a chance to connect with. Today's agenda, after we'll have an introduction of members, introduction of guests, there'll be a one-to-one updates by Treasurer Vikas Rajput and Secretary Abhineet Seth. We have our internal speaker, Mr. Sanjoy Saigal. After that, we will be announcing about the speaker session, and we will have reports from General Secretary, Treasurer, and closing remark from Chairman. My first request is to Veer to introduce himself, please.
Good afternoon, AOE members. I'm Veer Sagar. I have about little more than 55 years of service experience of working, and the last couple of years have been used in Selectronics, which is the back office company. Currently, I'm busy launching my cricket game platform called Criconet. We're going to launch individual coaching next week, and as we speak, live transmission of matches is going on. About 3 matches which we are showing right now, club matches, and I'm in the midst of writing a book about my experiences.
Can I request Mr. Naresh Vish to introduce himself, please?
Good evening, fellow AVMs and guests over here. I'm Naresh Vish here, Vice Chairman of AOE, and I am founder of Kaveri Consultant, which is a boutique manufacturing unit empowering women for women by women with love. That is the tagline we have, and I'm proud to say that I deal with 6 designers in US and UA, and out of 6, 4 designers' entire collection is made in India by us. Yeah.
Thank you, Naresh. Can I request Mr. Rajiv Kohli to please introduce himself?
Hello, AOE. I'm Rajiv Kohli, Lieutenant Colonel Rajiv Kohli, retired. I come from an Army Corps of Signals background. I retired from the Army, and now I'm retiring from business as well. But I'm still mentoring a company which is involved in smart band products and Bluetooth audio products.
Thank you, Rajiv. Can I request Mr. Baljit Singh to introduce himself, please?
Okay, I am Baljit Singh Bedi. I am a founder member and current General Secretary of AOE. I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I had as a senior partner the company called Baljit S. Bedi and Company, where we are 4 chartered accountants presently.
Thank you, Baljit. Can I request Ajay to introduce himself, please?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Ajay Amar, chartered accountant by training. I'm into inventing. I represent several companies in India for OEM supplies to electronic industry. Business is picking up after the hiatus that we've had. At the moment, we're engaged in doing an e-learning model for a company that we are promoting for doing POSH compliance, which is prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. The emphasis and the importance of it has grown in the background of work from home. So there's a whole range of additional requirements and things which you must keep in mind. So we have this e-module which is going to be launched hopefully early December. So look forward to your support.
Thank you so much, Ajay. Can I request Mr. Pradeep Anand to please introduce himself?
My name is Pradeep Anand. I run a company for online karaoke. It's one of the largest music platforms that is truly paid subscription based in and out of Delhi. And we have subscribers in over 62 countries.
Thank you, Pradeep. Can I request Abhineet to introduce himself?
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Abhineet Seth. I run Boardcrafts. We are a one-stop design, build, construction and interior company with in-house woodworks facilities, which we largely utilize for our own sites only. We are a kitchen remodeling specialist company. Woods is something very close to our heart, so we actually say that we build houses around kitchens and woods.
Can I request Mr. Vikas to please introduce himself?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vikas Rajput. I head a company called eTech Services Private Limited. We deal in software development specifically for healthcare, public health, and private companies too.
Thank you, Vikas. Can I request Mr. Praveen Prasangi, please?
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Praveen. I'm an architect by profession. Been in the industry for the last 15 years. We do hospitality, healthcare, office buildings, office fit outs. And recently we are opening another other partnership in Hyderabad. I mean, probably in this month we are closing on that.
Thank you, Praveen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rajiv Shankar Mathur to please introduce.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everybody. Name's Rajiv Mathur. I run a company called Critical Care Unified. It's essentially focused on providing healthcare services in the home and out of hospital, right from setting up a full ICU type of environment to whatever other healthcare services may be required in the home, including equipment, doctor visits, nursing staff, all of that put together, physiotherapy. So we've been going now. We're going to be completing about 4 years soon, next month. And more recently, there's been a surfeit of COVID-infected patients, and we've been providing a lot of home isolation services to COVID-infected patients in the last few months. And we've seen a big surge in the last 3 weeks here in Delhi. So really, it's in the whole sort of full life cycle of critical care that we are into now. Soon we'll be launching dialysis at home, as well as chemotherapy treatments in the home.
Thank you so much, Naveen. Naveen, can I request you to please introduce yourself?
Good evening, friends. This is Naveen Sardana, Partner Living Luxuries. We are in the business of fitted furniture. We supply modular kitchens, vanities, wardrobes, and also offer the world's best built-in kitchen appliances, whether it is Siemens, Bertolini, or Falmec, La Germania, Hafele. You have it all with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Mr. Sanjeev Narayan, can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Shishir. Hi, I'm Sanjeev Narayan. I run an electronic manufacturing company in Gurgaon, and we have been exporting a large amount of sub-assemblies to Europe. That's our major market, besides the Indian market. We also have a plant in Bangalore and Himachal Pradesh, Baddi.
Thank you so much. Can I request Tejinder Singh Bedi ji to please introduce himself?
Good evening. I am Tejinder Singh Bedi. I am working as executive assistant in AOE. Previously, I was heading information technology department in Godfrey Phillips, India.
And I am also, I'm Shishir, a AOE member, founding member, and current chairman. Company name is Meraki Essentials. The brand is Meraki Essentials, and the website is merakiessentials.com. We sell to good essential oils to discerning customers across the country, and now even to international customers through our website. With this, I believe I have covered all the members except Sanjoy, to whom we will be hearing soon. In any case, so I'm not
left me
getting
out.
Neeraj, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I am Neeraj Bhargav this side. I run an offset printing and packaging unit based at Greater Noida. We employ around 500 people and our major customers are Dabur and DS Group.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. Now, can I request our guests, Mr. Rahul Parnami, to please introduce yourself?
About me, my name is Rahul Parnami. I am an ex-banker and having experience in the banking line of almost 17 years. Currently, I am running a financial consultancy DSA firm with the name of SRJ Financial Advisors. From last 8 years, it is based in Paharganj, New Delhi. We are distributors of various banks and financial institutions for secured and unsecured funding, like home loans, loan against property, overdraft facilities for business.
Thank you, Rahul. Mr. Anil Thakur, can I request you to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Anil Thakur, that's my name, and I'm known to both Shishir and Tejinder from our school days. So it's been like a 50-year-old, we've been known each other. Well, I am an engineer and MBA from Delhi University. And last almost 35 plus years, I've been in corporate. And compared to you guys, I'm just kind of starting on my entrepreneurial journey.
Thank you, Anil. I mean, just to share with all who joined later, Anil has just recovered and from COVID.
So good evening, everybody. I'm Mr. Naresh, Vijay's guest. And thanks to him and to all of you for having me here as a part of the wonderful group. I am one of the 3 co-founders of a brand strategy consultancy firm called Experial. And we work with organizations helping them define their brands. And when I say brands, it's the complete brand space in terms of what the brand essence should be, what the brand positioning should be, and defining the entire brand world. We work with organizations of all kinds, sizes, across sectors, and we love what we do.
I now request Vikas Rajput and Abhineet Seth to take over the next session of one-to-one.
The coming period shall focus even more to enable one-to-ones amongst all our fellow members. And other than introducing ourselves, we shall also be introduced by a fellow member at times. To continue this journey this time, I hereby would take this opportunity to introduce a fellow AOEN and a founder member of AOE, Mr. Raj Mutreja. Mr. Raj Mutreja, a founding member of AOE, is currently the director of Oasis Renewables. He was the founder of Mutreja International, Singapore and Holland. They were the numero uno tire truck exporters to the third world countries from India, including South Africa, Afghanistan, and Botswana. In 2003, he was one of the first movers to get into renewable energy segment in India, and his company, Hollandia, became the agents for CEL and Tata BP for solar equipment exports to emerging markets. Today, Mr. Mutreja is, with his nearly 4 decades of entrepreneurial experience. I would now request Vikas to take over from here and introduce our internal speaker for the day.
Carrying on from Abhineet's introduction of Raj, I had a lovely one-to-one with Sanjoy Sehgal. I've known Sanjoy now for quite some time, even before from AOE. We were in BNI also together. So, brief about Sanjoy, he is the internal speaker today. He is MD of Accent Software Private Limited. During the period of 1989 to 1995, he was CIO of Caltex BV. It's a Netherlands-based company. From 1996 to 2000, he was CEO System Builders International India Limited. From 2000 to 2004, he was Vice President Product Development, World Fashion Exchange India. And from 2004 onwards till now, he is Director and Software Architect for Accent Software. I've also got a chance to have a detailed presentation of Sanjoy's new project management software. It's a time and action sheet software. It's a really good product, and I would urge every AOEN to have a look at it. It's really user-friendly. So, Sanjoy, over to you for your presentation now.
Thanks, Vikas, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. I mean, you guys are, I think you have so much experience, and so I'm a small fry among all of you. But let me, in any case, talk about what we do. Accent Software is a software company specialized, basically focused on the fashion and lifestyle industry worldwide. My resume. That's a good place to start. But that's besides the point. What I want to tell you is maybe a couple of interesting incidents in my life, which, how important and how strange coincidences can play a role. I did science in school, loved bio, but didn't want to be a doctor, didn't want to be an engineer, really didn't know what to do. So I did BCom from Shriram and discovered I hated accounts. So that was also not there. So, and after that, no idea what to do. Did 1 year of business economics in South Campus. Absolutely boring, horrible stuff. But I said, chalo, let's go to the US. That sounds like fun. But due to some circumstances, my dad really didn't have the money. So I applied to 3 colleges. Right? Harvard, I got admission, but they said, no scholarship, you pay your way. Not possible. Then I got into Arizona School of, what is it called? Thunderbird in Arizona, in Phoenix. They gave me 50% scholarship, also not affordable. And one small college, a friend of mine told me to apply to, Clarkson, upstate New York. Applied there. They gave me 100% scholarship, plus they were paying me $440 a month. So I said, wow, this is a miracle. So that's how I ended up in the US. And since it was free, I did 2 masters. And so that was one amazing coincidence how it worked out. Secondly, on a trip back to India in December, I came back for a couple of weeks, college Christmas break. And my sister was working as a buying agent of a Dutch company. So I happened to visit her in her office and started chatting with one of the Dutch directors there. Very nice conversation, forgot about it. And I go back to Holland, the guy calls me up, he says, why don't you come over here for an interview? Let me talk about a little bit about our company. We have 3 main products. One's a PLM, that's a product lifecycle management software. One is an omni-channel sales software, where with a single inventory and single catalog, you can sell across e-commerce, wholesale, retail, everything. But what we are excited about, a very new product, we call it Web TNA. Let me explain the concept of TNA. TNA is a little bit of a fashion term, but actually it just means time and action, simply project management, right? So essentially, Web TNA is a simple project management tool. Our focus is fashion, but it can apply anywhere. It is color coded, okay? Traffic light colors. And like I was saying, WhatsApp is a favorite tool. People use WhatsApp, Excel, emails, and you have the same kind of mess from big to small companies with no record. So we built a chat into every project or every TNA where you can have a conversation, you can share pictures, like WhatsApp, but built in within each project. So you have a permanent everything. You get a single email a day with action buttons in the email. So on your desktop, on your mobile, or within your email, you can still do your work. There are various dashboards you have on the mobile and on the desktop. For example, this is an overview of what's happening to 6 projects that are running. So this is for fashion, but it could apply to anything. These are the different activities. These are the people who are responsible, and it shows the status. That's it. You can register for free and play with it if you like. By the way, we were recognized by Gartner twice for some work for the PLM.
On the previous screen, what was those yellow small circles that was highlighted over there? What does that mean?
So again, our focus, our USP, as it were, is basically simplicity. How easy can you make it?
And
do software, yeah.
And does it work only for the fashion industry or other sectors too could?
I'll show you what it can work pretty much for anything. The fashion industry, when one merchandise has to manage 50 to 100 orders in one go, they'll die with those packages. And we can easily manage. Even if there are 1,000 simultaneous projects or orders running, you can still manage. Okay? So I'll tell you about the setup to show you how simple it is. Start off by defining your users, and then you define what fields you want to use. So we only care about one field, which is a unique TNA name, or you can rename it, whatever. That's the only single field that we care about. The rest, you can use our standard field. So I don't really care what industry you're in, it's up to you. So creating a template is really simple. It won't take you more than 5 minutes. So that's all the setup you need. You define your users, define your fields, whatever you want to use, and define your templates, your ways of working. So this can apply to, be it the fulfillment of an order, be it filing your tax returns, be it anything. You can do anything with this. So you could import 100 TNAs if you like, creating them on the fly. And immediately these Excel, again, the colors are showing you what the status is. What is the TNA? If I click it open, it's simply the steps in the template with dates filled in. And the users assigned to each one. And at each stage of each step, have a conversation, right? Again, this works on the mobile or your whatever. Exactly in each step, how far I am. So I can see, for example, this customer, the order is confirmed for all the orders. The lab dips are approved for so many, but there are 2 missing here. So like this, I get an overview in these 6 projects. Okay, now I come to the scorecard. Your question, I suppose, would be about how the scorecard, the scoring is calculated. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. What is the weightage for different?
Okay. All right. So each activity, you can actually assign a weightage to it. If you say my receipt of my materials has got top priority, you can assign a weightage and it multiplies that. Criteria yourself. Here I've said, give him +1 for activities closed within 3 days, nothing or within 7 days, and -1 for more than 7 days. But you can set this yourself. You can determine yourself what criteria. So this is level 1, this, how to use WebTNA. Does it make sense? Okay, level 2 is more sophisticated usage where you work with variable activities, you work with user roles and not users, it's a level of sophistication. But for us, this is a means of controlling any kinds of process. So the activities that we have seen so far are simply, open and close. I've done it, I haven't done it. But we can do much more. Each activity can actually be a program. So it could be a screen that pops up on your mobile and your desktop, for example, to monitor your production. Per day, how much have I done of this step. Or everything is defined by you. You define these steps. Complete inspection program, where you select which orders you want to inspect, what your AQL level is, what are the defects. You can take pictures of your defects on your mobile phone, add defects, add remarks. Program built into as one single activity. So actually your activity can be anything. It can be a program which fetches data from SAP. It can be something which gets data from a URL. It's unlimited. So we do it with different companies to build it as piggybacks on their systems, or we provide custom solutions. We are in the process of making a quality management system for factories, right? Where using WebTNA and some special activities, you can actually have a complete monitoring of your quality control in a factory. Is it clear that besides project management, it's actually a platform for making pretty much anything, control process-wise? The difference is this takes you, an hour to start. There's no ERP kind of thing, and yet you capture information you want on your mobile, on your desktop, wherever you want.
And what is the normal cost of each system?
Basically, the simple one is 1,000 rupees per user per month on the annual plan. So
Okay.
we are looking to build a base of, we have people who are interested because this is essentially a replacement for your informal systems. Stop using Excel, emails, and all that. Have a simple system which you can use anywhere. So you can see how to use it.
And you provide service in case you require, if you hit into a problem, then you have some customer service.
We have online as well as telephonic, email, whatever, all support. 3 levels actually. One is simple project management. Second is more sophisticated project management. You can, there's lots of tools to build, make it more sophisticated. And third is actually as a platform where you can attach widgets, make little programs instead of simple activities.
Sanjoy, any specific industry or any specific type of companies you are targeting?
See, our biggest experience is fashion and lifestyle. So that is our first target, but we are also talking to various other industries. I mean, that industry comes naturally to us because we have the most knowledge, but we're happy to work with other companies in different industries. Veer, can I ask you for a comment?
I think it's a fabulous software. And there isn't the idea of linking WhatsApp and emails into this, I think is brilliant.
Okay, thank you. See, our core point was keep it simple. And I think what Naresh said,
yes,
we found, it really doesn't take time to use it. It's because it's so intuitive.
And how easy is it for it customizing it?
Oh, pretty good. The way we designed the architecture, we will be giving you your own tools to build your own forms. So you want to make a form which pops up at any stage, you can create your own forms.
Okay. Because most have this problem. Customization is tough, and then it only fits about 70 to 60%. Very good software, 70 to 60% of your needs.
Thank you, Sanjoy. Can I request our Vice Chairman Naresh to give a vote of thanks to Sanjoy?
That's partiality. I'm from the fashion industry. You're asking me to give him. I know him very well. And thank you, Sanjay. I've been trying to, I remember speaking to you a couple of years back, and you said, no, this is not meant for what we have developed at that time. It is not meant for 1 seat or 2 seats. I'm so glad you got this thing, especially WebDNA, very nicely, and thank you very much from all areas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjoy. Thank you, Naresh. Sanjoy, the last time I remember you had made a presentation at AOE, I thought it was very far-fetched for me to give it a try. But WebDNA, I am surely, even I'm going to give it a try. I do not know whether I will be able to make sense out of it or not, but I am going to give it a try. Moving on to our next item on the agenda, AOE has taken a very interesting step now. For long, we've been talking about it, but now it's happening. The AOE mentoring group has been formed with some very nice members. I would request Veer to tell us more about it as chairman of that group.
Thank you, Shishir. Some time back, Rajiv talked to me, Rajiv Mathur, about something different, and he came up with this idea of mentoring. And I thought it's a brilliant idea, and I talked to Shishir about it, and Shishir latched onto it, and we are lucky. I mean, he was excited about it, and we have got a team currently of 2 very, very good entrepreneurs. Sanjeev Narayan, who's a very successful entrepreneur, and Rajiv, who's I would call serial entrepreneur, along with Shishir and Baljit. Shishir, of course, as the chairman, provides the stuff, and you can't have any group of mentoring without an account. So you've got Shishir, we've got Baljit in it. So the idea is we have a very vast treasure of knowledge and experience in AOE. And the current AOE format does not have any formalized method of members drawing on this. Individually you can, but as a formalized method. The internal presentation is nice, but just skims the surface. So in that half an hour is very difficult for somebody to understand the problem and give a solution. If it were that easy, then he would have been stupid to not have it solved it by himself all this time. So and therefore, there's something more going into it. And with the pandemic, we have to rethink and react. How do we do business now? Life is totally changing and the market is changing, the work is changing, the customer is changing. So we need to do something. So we thought, okay, let's try and do something with our own members to see if they need any help like this. So initially we will offer this service to our members. Then we can take it up to other people. So this is for any member who wants to reposition his company or reset or recreate something business, because his current business is having problem because of the pandemic, or he finds that, it's reaching a dead end, it's reaching a sunset, and we need to look at something different. So we will mentor, hold their hands, and create a process. Basically what we will do, we will create a process so that the thought process comes from the user himself. See, no consultant, no outsider can go and tell you, do this, this is great for you. Right? I mean, so the thought has to come from the person himself. But we create an environment where he thinks this and acts, and then he says, okay, yeah, this is what I'd like to do. And then once he does that, again, we will give him all the help for him to do that. This is what we have in mind.
Veer, I can already notice one raised hand of Sanjoy Sehgal when you said who wishes to take guidance. And I also heard from other members, and you have the entire AOE team. I mean, for a particular project,
yes,
whoever's help you
yes,
you think is right, you can include him in that team.
Absolutely, absolutely. That goes without saying. Absolutely. But the amount of experience we have is unbelievable. Whether it's Rajiv or whether Nathraj, I was surprised when I saw his resume today. I didn't know he had so much of experience. Raj, where is Raj?
So, Veer, my point is just thinking out of the box. This strength can be a very useful, point for AOEN to communicate to the outside world, right? Then you can come to us and seek mentorship, ask for different kind of advice. And I think in your program, you need to look at this, communication as well. Maybe in our website or reaching out to other people could be a very good idea.
Thank you so much, Veer. Before moving on to our next agenda of
guest
speaker, since two members have joined in slightly late, can I request them to quickly introduce themselves, starting with Mr. Virendra Malik, please. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I joined a little late today. I had a last minute thing which I needed to attend. This week, I'm excited to share that we moved out of our Janakpuri office because we were barely using that, and we have moved into a co-working space in Gurgaon. So all the folks in Gurgaon, I'm now your neighbor.
May I ask anybody else who knows Virendra very well to introduce him?
On behalf of Virendra Malik, I am introducing Virendra Malik. Right now, Vicky, as he is known to us, has been in the printing industry for a very, very long time, and he is in fact one of the pioneers on, shall we say, color printing on high-end printers, not offset printing, but on computer printing. I think he uses Xerox machines to give you one of the best quality outputs. I have been also, besides being his friend, I have been his customer. When we wanted to bring out a coffee table book, we contacted him, and for the army of one of our Postmates get-togethers, we had a coffee table book, which he brought out in an excellent manner. So he does that, and he also is one of the high-end members of the Printers Association.
Rajiv, thank you so much. You are a savior for him today. In this technological faux pas. Thank you, everyone. May I move to the next agenda? That is to introduce our external guest speaker, Mr. Manoj K. Pava. Mr. Pava, welcome from all AOENs, and we are looking forward to a fantastic, session. FEMA, foreign exchange, wow. Everybody wants foreign exchange. We entrepreneurs want foreign exchange, right? So allow me to introduce him, and then we'll give the podium to him. Mr. Manoj K. Pava, BCom, FCA, PGDBA, DISA, is the founder of Manoj Pava and Associates, Chartered Accountants. He has qualified the certificate course on valuation conducted by ICAI. He was enrolled as a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in 2001 and has an experience of more than 19 years in almost every facet of income tax and the accounting profession. Mr. Pava was always a merit holder during his studies. Welcome, Mr. Pava. Please unmute yourself and let's hear you. You have 30 minutes to 35 minutes plus about 10 minutes of Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And thank you, Chaturji Sahab and Bal, for allowing me this opportunity. And very good evening to all of the other esteemed guests of this AOE. I'm in fact delighted to be part of this webinar. I was getting a lot of knowledge and experience from whatever you're sharing. This FEMA is a law which is of only 10 pages. But when we start studying it, it ran into along with circulars, notification, and nothing less than 4,000 pages. Act is only 10 pages, but impact of the act is 4,000 pages. And it is the law which affects each and every entrepreneur these days. And we will say it is applicable to everybody, but least known to everybody. People, they knew how it is applicable to them. Today I'm going to discuss that part only, little bit of every aspect. At wherever places, this act is going to impact you. Student, the remittance for student is covered, allowed current account transaction, and you see the screen. Students for pursuing their studies abroad within errors limit, no estimate is required. Nothing is required. But if you are doing it more than $200,000, then it is required. The answer is lying there. I have covered that, keeping in mind that these days most of us are sending kids to abroad for further studies. They have got capital account transactions as well as current account transactions both. Capital account transactions are those transactions which affect your balance sheet. And current account is, everybody knows. I'm not going into much detail of explaining capital and current account, because that itself will take more than half an hour. So time is too short. You can purchase your properties overseas. You can have your account overseas. You can go and establish companies overseas. You can do overseas. Everything is under automatic route. You need private approval. Yeah. Only thing is, yes, you have to do some compliances, which you can do. Compliances is different, but you need private approval doing all this. It is clearly mentioned. You can do towards your expenses. You can go for acquisition. You can send your money for establishing business abroad. But if you are sending money for earning points or credit to become eligible for innovation by way of overseas investment, government bonds, land, or commercial, that it is not under LRS. You have to take approval in that case. Most of the definitions they have borrowed from other acts, like related definition they have borrowed from Companies Act. But whatever the definitions there in Companies Act, we will apply that in FEMA also. They go by Income Tax Act. Whatever there is in Income Tax, we will go by this. So for medical treatment, no issue. It is all allowed. So these are, I will be sharing this activity with Saab so that you can share with people if you need it.
Okay, one question. Sometimes we subscribe to some ULIP kind of policy or a life insurance from a provider overseas. And so, like in my case, I have lived overseas for about 10 years, so I have some of those policies continuing. So can I now, as a resident Indian, still send my remittance out to these schemes?
Yes,
So
yes,
long as
you can.
Okay.
Okay, it is allowed.
Okay.
Only thing is, being a resident, you have to declare this in your account. You can't.
Thanks.
What is not allowed is that you can't go and start trading in foreign exchange abroad also. You can't do that. You can't do send money for gambling. You can't send money for any speculation. You can't send money for any business. So other topic is FDI. FDI is no every day we see newspaper that this 20 billion of FDI. This year we have 40 billion of FDI. A lot of companies are coming to India. In fact, a lot of comes to me to know that how can they get listed their shares overseas so that they can get paid, or how can they issue their bonds overseas to attack the for money, or how they can get foreign investor in their company, how they get the commissions. So all these things come under FDI. This is foreign portfolio national, which is not only applicable to listed Indian company. Though I have made a slide of this, but right now, because of time, I'm not touching this. Why FDI is so important? FDI is for development of any country. See that China is a very big economic power. Just because of one reason, they have opened their economy for FDI much before than India. A lot of foreign companies, Americans, the Europeans, they established their manufacturing base in China. And before they established their manufacturing base in China, the Chinese economy has developed. Investment is very important. Either you do domestic or you attract foreign investment. FDI policy there's one more amazing fact in FEMA that Act is one, but its laboratory are two. One is RBI, who keeps on issuing circulars, directions, notifications applicable under FEMA. The other is the government, who keep on issuing notification and applicable policy, which is again a part of FEMA. So one act, two regulatory bodies. government has come up with the notification, the FDA policy, that any nation which shares border with is not allowed to make investment in India except with the central government. A lot of media and other people talk it is because of China. It is because of China. You say that. Earlier also, Pakistan and Bangladesh were under approval route. So Bangladesh can Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, and Afghanistan, which are very small countries, and to attract any investment from these countries. So biggest country like is China. And since then, received any money Chinese approvals. And now again, government is thinking to rethink this notification. Unregistered partnership firm, so Indian company, registered partnership, LLP, and registered individual, they can go for overseas investment or overseas formation of a company in any part of the world without prior approval. But these property concerned unregistered partnership firm, they need prior approval of RBI.
Can I borrow from my, let's say, family abroad in foreign,
Yes.
and then I can, as an advance for my working capital, and then return it without paying any interest after, let's say, 1 year? Is that allowed?
If you are buying from the family itself.
Okay. Okay.
Currency, any currency you can borrow. You can borrow also. Leading the payment currency you can borrow.
Sir, when I return that borrowing, then the TCS will apply?
Very good question. If you have borrowed in your own name and you are repaying it, yes, this is will apply. If you borrow money at ECB, even in your personal name also, or in your personal name also, and keep on filing ECB returns, and then you repay, then TCS would apply.
Oh, that's a very good information. Thank you, sir. Very important information. Thank you.
Any person who has made any investment overseas or who has got FDI in his company, they have to file annual return on liabilities and assets every year by 15th of July. Annual performance report, as I mentioned, any party or resident individual who has paid already, they have to file it every year through their AD bank to RBI. Affiliate return, they have to file directly to RBI. APR and ECB returns, they have to file through their bank to RBI. They cannot file directly. A single master forms, which has become available since 2 years. Advance reporting form, when you receive FDI, you have to file in 30 days. FCC again, we have to file in 30 days from the allotment of shares. TRS, again, you have to file within 30 days, date of transfer. ODI, you have to file at the time of investment, or you can file within 30 days. And to submit share certificates with AD Bank within 6 months. Consequences, if an amount is 25, penalty can be 3 times of the amount, which is huge. Huge.
Manoj, we have 5 minutes more.
Yeah. That was one simple question with August Garing. Please come to our country like Dubai, programs that purchase houses in Dubai, Singapore, or Canada, and borrow. House of $1 million, and 90% is back in Finland. So now of 1 million got 900,000 as loan in that country. Can we do that? Anybody? Can do that?
Whether they can take it from there, but probably only if they take the permission.
Yes, they cannot do that without the permission. You cannot borrow money overseas, even buy overseas. And yeah, thank you very much.
Vijay, can I request you, being the General Secretary of AOE, to please thank Mr. Manoj Pahwa for his wonderful knowledge sharing?
Manoj is a great friend, and we share our birthdays also, except that he is 20 years younger to me. So when I requested him in such a short time to come and help us in speaking on such a tough subject, he readily accepted. But last night, I believe that because of the pollution, he had a bad throat. But in spite of that, he has done his best to give a very excellent speech on FEMA. FEMA being a vast subject, at least it helps people who would like to know about LRS or FDI or ODI, and the clarification he has given has been very precise. So I would thank him very much for coming in at such a short time and giving us his knowledge. Yeah, I am Baljeet Singh Bedi, General Secretary. Thank you, members, guests, and guest speaker who have helped AOEans in gaining entrepreneurial learning. Good things happen in your life because of good thoughts in your mind. And usually these good thoughts are there in your mind because of the good people in your life. The principal objective of AOE is learning, knowledge, and creating opportunities for relationship building between members and helping each other grow. The AOE at present, this is the 98th AOE meet in its present form, and will start the coming new year 2021 with our 100th meet. This is also the 86th meet after AOE got registered as a society, a non-profit organization. Chairman Shishir Chaturvedi has been the motivating factor in the managing committee, and I would like to thank him for his constant advice and persuasion. We have presently 30 wonderful entrepreneurs. However, we need each one of us to add one member every month. That is how we are going to increase. We get connected with our site is www.aoe-india.com, and we are on Facebook and LinkedIn. And we connect one-to-one with 30 wonderful members for endless possibilities. AOE's membership contribution is 12,000 per annum, which includes monthly meeting contribution. Socials presently kept in abeyance due to COVID-19. We will take active action to all socials once the COVID-19 disappears. The 99th AOE meet will be on Saturday, 19 December 2020. Our thanks to guest speaker CA Manoj Pahwa for a very insightful session.
AOE and Sanjay Sehgal for wonderful presentation given us to learn a lot.
Thank you, Baljit. Treasurer Vikas Rajput, would you like to give a report on a subject?
Good afternoon once again. I would like to thank Praveen Prasangi and Kshitij Bansal for paying their AOE membership fees. I request all members who have received information on their membership dues to please clear them at the earliest. Very soon, we will be introducing a payment gateway that can accept payment through debit, credit cards, and wallets also. Thank you so much.
There is also a little managing committee report in addition to what the two reports that we have had. Managing committee has been active in their interaction with members in our quest to get thoughts from all the members. We have been trying to meet members, and this month we had some very interesting discussions and great suggestions. Thank you so much, AOEN, Virendra Malik and Arjun Pandey, for your time. One more initiative is our WhatsApp AOE Wisdom Group, which we have started. The idea is that our main group is very nice and interesting, but it sometimes gets too many messages for one to focus on. So even the few messages that Naresh is sharing on the AOE Wisdom Group are actually the messages contributed by fellow AOENs. So I hope and wish this works, and I look forward to contribution from all in this group. Our next month's AOE meet, which Baljit just announced of 19th December, has two very interesting speakers. Both of the speakers have deep connections with Singapore. The internal presenter is AOEN Pradeep Anand, founder of Meragana.com. External presenter is Mr. Amit Prakash from Motivus Consulting Singapore, who is going to talk on if I can do it, you can do it too.
I think the key thing which I definitely like in this group is that the whole idea is to share learning and grow each other's. I think that's one good common theme which I picked up. I think that's a very noble kind of thought, that we're trying to help each other, learn from each other's experiences, and it does provide networking. I know there are so many groupings which are so much network oriented and business oriented and all, but I find this group very kind of helpful to each other, trying to learn from each other. I think that's one very strong I'll say metric that I find in this group. That's something which I think you'll probably need to continue, because it's very easy to get into commercial part of it. Moment you become a large group, how to commercialize it, how to it becomes too business oriented, too commercial. So, but I think it'll be nice to keep this basic format of knowledge sharing, the format where we try to help each other help grow each other. I think that's something which is very unique I find about this group. And
thank you so much, Anil. I thank everybody who has been doing meet of today. I thank his brilliant presentation makes you feel proud to be associated. We have best wishes for a big success. Thank you, CA Manoj Pahwa, for such useful foreign exchange related information. Those who, of course, need more specific information can connect with you through Baljit. Thank you so very much. Till our next meeting.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.